Talk about something that we can watch at home.
Yes.
A movie that got rave reviews. Get Out.
Called Get Out.
Yeah.
And the premise behind this is it's about an interracial couple that's going home to see her parents for the first time, and they realize that they may not be as welcoming as they thought. When he starts to suspect something is going on in this community.
And how would you describe the genre of this? I've heard some people say horror, and I think, oh, it doesn't look like a horror movie.
Well, it is. So it's from Jordan Peele, who's actually a comedian from Key and Peele. It's his first time that he's directing and writing a movie. It's horror, but it has a really strong social commentary to it, which you don't always get from this genre. It's smart, it's suspenseful, and it just descends into what is going on with these people. It's fantastic.
Just even the way it looks like it's shot looks a little creepy.
It is.
Suspenseful.
And he can direct horror really well. Not overly scary if you get scared easily. Know that going in, but the commentary and what happens is worth talking about.
Cool.
I know the name Agatha Christie,
right,
and I know the title Murder on the Orient Express, but I don't know anything else.
Okay.
Do you know anything else?
No.
Nope. Paul, tell us more.
So, classic murder mystery. What I will say is that I think if you see this movie, it would not inspire you to keep reading more Agatha Christie or watch the original movie.
But it's got such a good cast.
I know, so let's go through it. It is Kenneth Branagh as Detective Poirot. You have Johnny Depp, Michelle Pfeiffer, Judi Dench, Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Josh Gad, Daisy Ridley. A huge star-studded cast.
It's gotta be good.
Wow.
The problem is that they're not given anything to work with. Michelle Pfeiffer's like the only one that comes to play and has a great time, and she's fabulous. She steals the whole movie. But everyone else is essentially like a glorified extra just hanging around the train as they're trying to figure out who did it.
Okay, so let me ask this. In terms of this being a mystery movie, I don't know if you had read the book before.
I had not read the book.
Okay, so were you actively guessing?
No, I wasn't, and that's the problem. I want to waffle back and forth between characters. I want to think, oh, did he do it? No, maybe she did it. Maybe they both did it. I didn't felt that way at all in this movie. Then the ending came, and I was like, oh, wait, we're already at the ending? Where's the build-up? I'm not emotionally invested anymore.
Bummer. I follow Josh Gad on Twitter. He's the voice of Olaf from the Frozen movies, which you might know him from, and he has been talking about this movie so much that I was excited to see it.
Every movie of his.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, Paul. How many ticket stubs out of 5
I'm
would you
giving
give
this 2 out of 5. Michelle Pfeiffer's great, but she can't save it, and Kenneth Branagh's just okay.
Lou is so hurt right now by this review. She has no stake in the movie, and all I'm hearing is,
I guess that means we have to stay inside and get chewed.
looks good. I know, it looks good, but it wasn't.
that trailer.
I know, trailers can be deceiving.
Okay, yes. This is called Wonderstruck. It's currently playing at the Uptown Theater, and it's a family movie, and it takes place in 2 different time periods. It's about 2 deaf kids that go off to New York City to learn more about their families.
Is anybody that we would recognize?
Yes, Julianne Moore, who I bow down to, she's in both timelines, and Michelle Williams is also in it. That little kid that you're seeing there was in the Pete's Dragon remake that came out last year.
That was a great movie.
And that girl, she's in the 1927. She is a deaf actress making her film debut.
I have a feeling it's November. It's a limited release, but a lot of people like it. Is this going to be an Oscar contender?
I think if more people go see it, it's from Todd Haynes. He's a great Oscar background. People really love his work. It's the family movie that I want kids to go see because it plays smart. It's adventure. It's a heartfelt drama. You learn more about yourself and what your heritage is like. It's not cheap. It is funny at times, but it just is so wonderful and magical in every way.
Oh, I just want to go see movies with Paul.
I know. How many ticket stubs?
I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5. Really? I can't wait till when I have kids to show them this movie and see like the adventure on their eyes and how they're just gazing at the screen.
So new in theaters this weekend, we have Wonder Woman. It's been a long wait.
Wonder Woman!
I loved this movie.
You loved it.
I want this to be the movie of the summer.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. So far, we've seen 3 movies in this new DC expanded universe. They've all have been not great. They've all been too loud, too much action, too go, too long.
Sure.
This movie is a movie that is leading with heart. She's a character that's vulnerable. We see Wonder Woman as a World War I war hero, but it's also filled with comedy and great chemistry between that's Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and then Chris Pine plays a World War I soldier that ends up on her island, and they go to try to stop World War I from the Germans.
That would be great
So-
if he showed up on your island.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Just saying.
An origin story? Like you don't need to know
Yes.
anything about Wonder
You don't
Woman.
need to know anything going in. It is an origin story, but that's covered within the first 30 minutes, and then it gets right to the story. You know, some origins take way too long to cover. This gets to the heart of the story, and you love her character, and you love him, and you just root for her the whole time. And it's the first superhero movie directed by a woman
Cool.
with a
That's
female lead.
Cool.
So I want people to go see this and show studios that we want these kind of movies in theaters.
You're talking a lot about that the movie was very entertaining. I'm interested. Gal Gadot, how did she do as just bringing the heat?
Oh, she can bring it. I mean, her background was in the Israeli army, so she can kick butt like crazy. And she also has great comedic chops. I mean, so much of the movie kind of plays into this idea that she's never seen the male species before, and she's so used to her island and then going into World War I that she doesn't quite know what's going on. So there's kind of good, just farcical humor added into it. So she can do all of it. She's like the hero that we want. She's a great role model for kids.
Cool.
I loved it.
All right, dare I ask, how many tickets?
I gave it 4 out of 5.
Nice.
Out of ticket stubs, yeah. It's longer than 2 hours, but it goes by quickly.
Well, I thought you would have gone 5 out of 5 there, Paul. You
Well,
got
I
me all
gotta
titillated.
save that for like perfection.
Okay, all right. So this was close. Maybe as good as a summer movie gets, according
I-
to
Do you
Seriously.
think this is better than the Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh. I mean, you say movie of the summer.
Oh, answer her question.
I'm gonna say yes.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
All right, from
Yep.
his lips.
and then he just leaves.
I am so happy to hear this as the parent of a little one who's just
Yes.
obsessed with these movies. Let's talk about Coco.
So it's the latest from Pixar. It's one of their new original movies. It's about this young kid named Miguel who has this love of music, and on Dia de los Muertos, he is transported to the land of the dead to meet his idol and learn more about his ancestors.
So the Day of the Dead would be, that happens on October 30th, right around Halloween.
Yes, it's where in Mexican culture you celebrate, you put out this blessing in this table to remember your ancestors and learn more about who they are so that they stay with us in their memories.
You know, this is such a cool thing because I love that idea of kids' movies telling a story but also learning about a different culture. And it looks stunningly beautiful.
Pixar has a way of upping their game with every one of their movies, and if they don't have the technology to make a movie, they will create it to get the visuals that they want. And how they recreate the land of the dead and this bridge and all the creatures there, it just blew me away.
Land of the Dead sounds scary.
It does sound a little...
It's not though.
It's
I
not.
took my nieces. I've seen it twice now. Took the nieces 3 and 8, and neither were scared because the ancestors they're our relatives. So there's really nothing scary about them.
Okay, so if this movie, if the premise, or at least part of it, is remembering those that you've lost. Recently I watched Pixar's Inside Out again, and it is just, as a parent, you're just like clutching.
Yes.
Does this really tug on those emotional heartstrings?
It does. You know me. I don't cry. I was crying in this movie on the second time I saw it. When they sing this song, "Remember Me," the music is by the people that wrote Frozen. So this song, "Remember Me," will just get stuck in your head, and the various versions you hear in the movie by the various characters, it just gets you at the core when you think about your grandparents and the memories you have of them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Ticket stubs.
So 4.5 out of 5.
Wow,
Pixar knocks it out of the
Coco.
park. All Latino cast too, like really celebrating diversity.
That's
Wonderful.
It is my favorite book of all time.
Okay.
So I went into this with like just hope that it's gonna succeed my expectations. And it really did. I think this is one of the best Stephen King adaptations in years. And his books are really hard to get right. So to recap, the premise is about a group of misfit kids that are kind of outcasts at school that kind of band together in order to take down this clown that is terrorizing the town.
Okay, so
And he's about to pop up
outside
again.
of
There
these
he is.
creepy visions of clowns showing up
Right.
in gutters and things like that, is this a bloody movie? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it is a scary clown, but it's more than just that. It really is about the friendship and the bond that these friends have together because they really are all they have in life. So when they realize that they're all kind of made fun of at school by the bullies, they kind of come together, and it's really great to see that relationship grow. And the cast has such great chemistry together. together.
What is the rating on that?
So it is definitely an R.
Okay.
So you'll think it looks a lot, it feels a lot like Stranger Things, which is inspired by Stephen King, Goonies, Stand By Me. So you may be thinking that, oh, kids could see it. It definitely is not.
No,
Good,
no, no.
good to know.
But it's hilarious too. It's quite funny.
Will you ever look at a clown at a parade joyfully again?
No. And I know someone that is a clown, and I still just am like, oh, I know you, but you're a clown.
Okay. Ticket stubs.
So I'm giving it 4 out of 5. I really
That's-
loved it,
that's
and it's
good.
getting great reviews now. I'd love for people to go see it. It's more than just a clown.